down. We're back for the second time. If you didn't know, I've probably about 20 minutes ago, and not too long into the live, I got a phone call and it like lagged the live, and I had to answer the phone call. So, well, I actually rang the person back because it just lagged the phone. So I thought we'll just redo the stream again. It's no biggie. We can just sort of take off from where we, well, not take off from where we left off. We're going to start again because I deleted that previous stream. So today's stream, I want to talk just a little bit about some future plans and some things that I kind of want to do going forward. Now, before we do go any further, I just state that this is not gig related. Like, it's kind of obvious at this point that I want to get more gigs, and I've got gigs in the pipeline. More gigs, not sounding big-headed, but I'm kind of, I know that I want to do more gigs. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of an obvious thing, but I want to talk a little bit more about other things and different things. So aside from gigs, or let's just say especially the DJing and the MCing gigs. That's definitely something that I know I do want to carry on going forward. So what I first am talking about is live streams. Now, obviously, I'm live right now, but I'm talking about DJ live streams. So, for those of you who may or may not know, about a year ago, I had a residency on a page called Harder Southwest, and I used to stream on there every Monday at 3 p.m. and I wore a green shirt, probably this green shirt, and I've got a couple of others as well. And I had a green screen, and wearing this green shirt over the green screen, or should I say with me stood in front of the green screen, the camera effect actually made my body invisible because this green t-shirt is the same colour as the green screen. So it basically gave me an invisible body, and I used to go live and I used to dance around and sing along and interact with the crowd, and people used to love it. People was buzzed. It was people's absolute entertainment, and it got to the point where people was kind of getting used to that. Monday at 3 p.m. that DJ was gonna come live, and he was gonna play these tunes, and he was gonna kind of entertain everyone, and it was an enjoyable thing to watch. To cut the story short, page actually started to die down to the point where the page itself was just lacking in viewers. The moderators, they weren't even coming onto the stream to moderate the chat, and it just got to the point where sometimes I was going live and I'd maybe have like one viewer throughout the whole stream. And when you're playing for something like that, I mean, these streams that I'm doing now, they don't rock up with like hundreds or thousands of viewers or anything like that, but these streams that I'm doing here, they do give people the opportunity to obviously watch them back. But with the sort of with the Harder Southwest streams I was doing and the DJing streams, it was kind of solely because you're kind of doing it sort of for their benefit as well as your own. And you kind of expect to have some interaction when you're taking up your time to play for 2 hours for them. And I was playing 2 hours a week on a Monday. So it kind of sort of started to die down. And then little bit of a mix-up on my behalf. Our internet got cut off, and at the time I wasn't in a good situation mobile-wise. I didn't have good data, so when the internet had gone off, it was like, I'm really screwed here. I can barely get connected on. And then down the line, I got this EE deal, which is where I am, sort of where I am today. So I kind of took a step back from the lives, to be honest, and the nightclubs and things, they started opening back up, and it just got a little bit more sort of like the lives sort of died off a little bit, but I always still enjoyed them. And Facebook copyright, that was one horrible thing, that we're still dealing with now. but it's not as bad as it was. I mean, I've just been live tonight, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And I did pretty well viewer-wise, and I did not get one copyright flag or one takedown. I mean, I might get one possibly after the stream's gone up or something. Like I think I have been partially muted, but you know, it was still a good thing. It was still a really good stream, and it was really enjoyable. And I'm actually still getting comments on it now. But anyway, to cut the story short, essentially, so a little bit later down the line, obviously, you know, with the internet and everything getting cut off, then I moved my DJ equipment around, and essentially I moved everything away from the green screen, so it sort of isolated the green screen. And I always planned to move the green screen and set it back up to be able to use it again. And basically, you know, I just never got round to it. Then we got a cat which pulled the green screen down, which kind of motivated a bit more to actually move it and get it put back up, because I thought, well, it's already down. All I've got to do now is put it back up. And then eventually I did finally get it put back up. And a couple of weeks ago and today I went live, and it was kind of almost like the old days, when I was going live on Harder Southwest, and there was you know, viewers to interact, and people was actually, you know, like really enjoying it, which is like a really good thing. So I was actually really buzzed. Yeah, it was just one of them real sort of like positive streams that, you know, went really well, and people you know, was just really enjoying it. I'm just looking at you know, just looking at some of the comments, reading back now. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it was just really good and positive. Do you know what I mean? People even asking me to sing. Oh my days. But yeah, it was just a really good positive vibe. So I want to carry on, and I want the streams to return. And I'm going to try and get the layman to mic some of them as well, and try and get a little bit of a thing going again. But obviously this time I'm going to kind of move away from the pages, and I'm going to kind of do them on my own profiles, and sort of promote myself as you know, Ash Noble, and just obviously keep myself going, sort of, you know, in that sense. And hopefully, you know, it'll do well again, because like I say, today at the moment, I've just had 141 views, which wasn't bad. That's just in total, so that's people that have, you know, they maybe haven't watched the whole stream, but they, you know, they've clicked on. Do you know what I mean? And it was just like I say, it was an enjoyable vibe, and I kind of, you know, I have missed not doing them and being live and having people to interact with. And you know, especially with Facebook, it's a good way to interact with your friends, and they can listen in and, you know, hear the good music, and then you can read their comments, and it's almost like you're having a conversation with them. So it is just you know, like a really good, do you know what I mean? You know, it's just always a lot of fun. So the streams, you know, they're definitely gonna come back. You know, they're definitely gonna come back even more so, and we're gonna obviously you know, keep going and stuff like that. But yeah, there's quite a few different comments here, and you know, it's just like I say, you know, it was a really good vibe. I'm just, like I say, I'm reading back on comments now, and people are like, go on Ash, and, you know, mix it up and smash it, which is good. So I'm really sort of buzzed, definitely, that people have been loving, and they've been enjoying the vibe. But I actually, the reason I clicked on it was I got a notification saying somebody had commented, um, and it's not actually come up and showed their comment. So let me go to the newest and see if I can see it. Um, there we go. That's where it is. I see. All right, yeah. it's come. Yeah, I see it now. Um, yes. Oh, wicked. Crazy. So yeah, so like I say, the lives, they're definitely going to come back, 100%. Another thing that I would like to that I would like to do going forward is the podcast. Now, I spoke about doing a podcast ages ago. I think it was towards the end of last year to the beginning of this year. Um, I was going to do like a podcast called The All Aspects of Rave, and each episode was going to focus on a different genre of music. Now, I think that's going to be a little hard to do. Like a different, like for me, it would be easy, like doing a different genre like every episode. But in terms of like getting a guest and sort of getting everything sort of sorted from like guests and and other people, obviously that's where it would be like sort of like a little bit tricky. So I might just focus on one genre. But I would really like to still do something podcast wise. And the reason why I never did one was just because I never got jingles recorded for it. I wanted some proper nice jingles. And then essentially my mic wire broke, and then I'm thinking, what shall I actually use to record this on? Do I go ahead and just record my mix, and then do I go ahead and put all the jingles over after? Um, just sort of trying to sort of think about, well, how do other people go about sort of doing their podcasts? But obviously I want to be different in myself. I just want to sort of know, like, genuinely recording wise, how people are sort of adding the jingles, and do they what software did they go into, to sort of add the other mixes on, that kind of thing. And obviously, it's just one of them, just something I would really definitely like to do going forward. It'd be an absolute booming pleasure to be able to do something like that, which would be wicked. Another thing I want to do going forward is definitely do some more stuff with the band, and that is obviously in the pipeline. But being with the band has given me something different to focus on. It's given me something that I've actually enjoyed it a lot more than I ever thought I would, actually. And we're doing the big jamboree, the big jubilee people. Sorry about that. My phone did that thing it always does. So yes, I'm really looking forward to that. In doing things with a band a lot more than I thought I would do, and I can't essentially wait to do more things with the band. So that's something I definitely want to keep going, and I'll sort of keep and rock this band up as far as we can go. I mean, I don't know exactly how we're gonna go for. I mean, according to Music Lab, you if I'm able to find it. But they put a post up, and apparently for our band, it was just according to them, it was just the beginning. So I think they definitely have more things in the pipeline for us, and they want to keep us going. Maybe they've got a little bit of a different outlook of sort of maybe like really pushing this band and doing all different things. And the thing about it is like new members join, and different things happen all the time, and it's like an ever sort of growing and sort of like evolving band, Noble and the Gang, and it's just really enjoyable to do. So I want to do more band things, definitely going forward. Another thing that I really want to do as well is really get working on the production tunes and get some of them out and get some of them released. Believe it or not, Lehman Productions has taken a very back seat, and it wasn't the way I wanted it to go, to be honest. Last year we released so many tunes. We released Good Life, we released Feeling So Good, Wifey, Critical, Come Running, Baby I'll Let You Know, Knife Regrets, I think there were some other tunes that got released, and then this year we released a tune all the way, I believe, um, back in even January, I think, which is like the mad and crazy thing. I remember we was driving down to Norwich and it released at 6 p.m. And that's the only tune that's released on Lehman Productions for the whole of 2022. And we're now obviously in June, so we're nearly halfway through the year, and we've only had one tune come out on there of the year. And we've had, we've always got ideas and songs in the pipeline. And on FL Studio, we're working on a tune at the moment that is like it's like really coming along, and it just needs a few like final touches. And then that's another tune that's ready to obviously be released to the world. Which I'm actually, so buzzed about. And it's just one of them where I want to get it done. But when I'm doing like the projects with Lee, because he gets so busy doing the other things, and we just don't get round to doing stuff, and I'm forever trying to get, like get on at him and motivate him. But I know like when he does sort of, 3 events in a weekend and then pictures, it's quite tiring, and then before you know it, he's back at events again. But I'm forever like, I'll send you this, and then I send him stuff and he never downloads them. I sent him something the other day because we're performing live at Schrompfest. So I made some of our tunes that we're going to perform there into instrumental, so we can rap them live on stage. And I don't even think he's downloaded them yet. And I sent him them on Monday, and it's now Thursday. There's obviously just things that we need to do. So I definitely want to get back on the production side of things, like proper and mega. I want to get some things out there, because we've taken sort of like a big back seat, and we've not really done anything production wise. I want to get more productive. I want to get our tunes done. And obviously that there's just things that obviously need finishing, and things that need working on, and then we can get stuff out there, and we can have a real positive sort of mindset. So that's one thing I'd love to do. I would like to maybe get onto like some other labels as well, like maybe get, if I can get a tune on the Bounce Heaven store or something. That'd be like a little achievement for me, just to be able to say, look, we've got, I've got a tune on Bounce Heaven, or one of the other Bounce stores. I think for me, Bounce Heaven would be like the main one I'd love to have a release on. But I'm improving all the time with my production, and I'm one of these like I don't post on Facebook like what tunes I'm working on and what I'm doing, because I don't like to spoil things. But I will sometimes like send stuff to like another producer, like just say, look, will you have a listen to this, and let me know what you think. And the good news on my behalf is when I am doing that now, like they're coming back, and the feedback is more positive, as opposed to saying like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is out, that's bad. I sent one to someone yesterday, because well essentially he sent me a tune that he'd just finished, and it's not released yet, and he said, look, I'll send you this tune, because I was in a group chat with him, and he was posting some videos when he was making it, and I liked the sound of it. So he actually sent me it once he'd got it done. And then I thought, well, just out of curiosity, I'll see what he thinks of this tune that I've been working on. So I obviously, I sent him the tune, and I said, look, I'm having a go at this. Let me know what you think. And he gave me a bit of feedback, and it was really good. And he actually, one of his key points, he said that the tune's actually got potential to do well. He said not many people have remixed it. The tune's got potential to do well, and there was only like one thing that he said he'd change up, and it was just something to do with like an organ bass, stroke like an organ piano. He said just change something, and that was about it. So I was like sort of like pretty buzzed, and he said he was going to sort of show me his general idea what what he would do. and sort of helped me out. So I was like really buzzed, and it's good when people want to work together and people want to help you and people want to see you go further yourself. You know, it's obviously a buzz. So I was very sort of happy, you know, with what he had to say, um, which was, you know, obviously really good. So that's obviously, you know, getting on like another store or something, pardon, production wise, would be like a really, really sort of like good thing for me. Definitely. Another thing is merchandise. We've got like a little store up, and it's got like, I think it's got like, I don't know if it's a t-shirt and I think there's a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I think that's about it. It says MC Noble on it. And I really want to work towards getting some more merchandise out. But that is going to happen as well. So keep your eyes peeled, because there is going to be merchandise happening. But I do want to definitely get some more stuff out there. But there will be some stuff coming. Just keep your eyes peeled. That's all I'm going to say. So that'll be good. And other than that, really, there isn't really. I want to start learning to play the piano a little bit better. I've not been doing too bad. I wrote a really nice piano lead in FL yesterday, and I'm quite good when it comes to like sort of just playing around on FL. You know, where you can just kind of like put something together and you can keep listening back. But when it comes to playing a real piano or like a real keyboard, um, I do kind of tend to get a little bit stuck, and I'm quite good at the right hand with the piano, so like the right hand melodies. But at the moment, if I'm trying to play like the right hand and the left hand, my brain kind of gets a little bit confused, and I kind of can't focus on the two hands. So like I'll end up sort of like making a mistake or like just pressing the wrong note. Me being me. But I would like to learn, and I want to learn differently to, well, not learn differently, but I want to do something a little bit different than what other people do. Um, you know, there's people all the time up and play a piano, but imagine a guy who plays like all the hardcore tunes on piano. So imagine like a hardcore rave, and then a guy comes on and plays all the, you know, the Scott Brown Elysium, and plays all the sort of other Scott Brown tunes and the Dougal and Gamma melodies. Imagine playing them all on, you know, on the piano. Because you know you've got people that, you know, can rock up, like there's a guy called Davos who does all the classic house, and you know he's wicked. But you know, we know people can play like Robert Miles' Children, and we know people can play Alice DJ, Better Off Alone, and but imagine someone who literally jumps on a piano at a rave and plays like all the old Scott Browns and Dougal and Gammas and the Breeze and Styles, and plays, you know, the old hardcore tunes. And I think that would really sort of create something quite different, as opposed to, you know, the typical guy who can play like Faithless Insomnia, you know, Zombie Nation, and you know, stuff like that. And that is obviously got an itch. Sorry, and that is obviously something that I'd like to do, but you know, I want to learn on me, obviously on me, keyboard skills. But other than that, just to keep going. The plan is just to keep going. No plan of stopping anytime soon. So I hope you've all enjoyed the stream anyway. Make sure to like, comment, share, and we'll see you next time. No, I need to